Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a brand new series, Jamie Phillips Morning Chats, every weekday at 11 a.m. Just talking everything and chilling about Liverpool Football Club. Hope you're all doing well. Go and smash a like, subscribe, share. We're going to do this in 1 minute's time, guys. Let's go. Yes, guys, welcome into the show. Hope you're all doing well. Big up to everyone joining me this morning. I know it's early, but it's going to be a morning show from now on. This is going to be the first episode for a brand new series on the show. Just morning chats, morning Liverpool chats. We'll talk all different things Liverpool every single weekday morning, Monday to Friday, where we'll be talking a lot of different subjects, where we can talk about anything Liverpool related, guys. You guys in the chat as well, you have a lot to do with this as well. So everyone in the chat, anything Liverpool related, questions, subjects on Liverpool you want to chat about, get your things in the chat and let me know as well. Also, look, we're going to talk about everything Liverpool here. So youth players, young players coming through, transfers, managers, teams we'll go be up against, anything like that. Anything you want to chat about, we'll chat about. Conor Bradley is the GOAT already. Big old Trump, here you go. Conor Bradley's playing. We'll go. Look, today we're going to talk about Mo Salah coming back. Egypt getting knocked out of AFCON last night on penalties. Yeah, it's not good. So Mo Salah is now, staying at Liverpool for his rehab. He won't be going anywhere. He'll be back soon. Trent's back, Szoboszlai's back, Robbo's back. We're getting all our players back. Thiago apparently is in training, so I don't know what's going on here. And Jurgen Klopp. Big up Mitchell in the house as well. Abdul in the house. Drunk Vigo. Lakers, my man. Oscar. Hope you're all doing well, guys. I want to talk about the dinner ladies, Jamie. Dinner ladies were arseholes at school. I know that. Why were dinner ladies in charge if it rained? Everyone had to go indoors. Do you remember that? I hate dinner ladies. And we got a big up Lee in the chat as well. And we got a busy week coming up. Liverpool got an extremely busy, important week coming up. Obviously, we have Chelsea on Wednesday night. And then on Sunday afternoon for Super Sunday, we've got Arsenal away at the Emirates. So Liverpool got an extremely, extremely important week coming up when nothing can be dropped. So we're going to be chatting about all that as well. But guys, I want to say thank you very much for joining me, guys. I'm changing things up a little bit on the channel. Things are going to start changing a little bit. I'm going to take this channel even more seriously now. Everyone's home. I'm going to be taking this more seriously now and be going every day, especially weekdays, Monday to Friday, every morning for you guys on this show. It should be a fun one, a laid back one, a chilled one. We'll try and make it fun, not too intense. Evening shows will still be about, they're going to be calling shows once a week from now on as well. This week, there'll be a calling show once a week. There'll be match previews, match reviews, Every match review will be straight after the final whistle. No hanging around. As soon as the final whistle is blown, I'll be going live on match reactions, match previews. The only thing I won't be doing is watch-alongs. And the reason I won't be doing watch-alongs, I've come to this realization now why I shouldn't do watch-alongs. The watch-alongs are so oversaturated in the YouTube community. Every YouTuber pretty much does a watch-along, so it gets oversaturated. And to do a watch-along, it takes up 3 hours of your time, and you've got to be energetic for 3 hours. I've always said it to you guys. I don't want to be one of them content creators that do a watch-along and barely speaks the whole time. I want to be enthusiastic about the game I'm watching, and for 3 hours, and then doing a match review straight after it. You got to remember, this is me on my own on this channel. You know, I'm not sharing it with anyone. This is me on my own. So doing a watch along for 2 to 3 hours, and then doing a match review, match reaction straight after, it's just really hard work. Also, I've got to, it takes my time away from the family a lot as well. So yeah, there won't be no more watch alongs, guys. But as I said, match previews, match reactions as soon as the final whistle was blown. Call-in shows are going to be on once a week. Morning show Monday to Friday, and then we'll have evening shows still where we'll have debates, reactions, preview, all that sort of stuff. So big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining. I do appreciate it. Now you know. I can do my best Donald Trump here. But now you know what's going on. So big up. Big up Psychedelic in the house. How you doing? Well, man. Sounds good, James. Do you think the next manager will be successful as Klopp? First one out the door. Let's talk about it. Talk about Klopp first then. First off, I don't think Klopp actually wants to leave. I said this to my wife last night after watching the Liverpool Norwich game. I don't think Jurgen actually wants to leave. It's easy saying what Jurgen said when you're not on the football field. But yesterday, I don't know if you guys noticed it, Jurgen looked mad emotional yesterday. Mad emotional. You know, that after his interview and his announcement to the world that he's leaving, that was the first time he got front of that Anfield crowd and watched the boys play and winning 5-2. You could see there was a lot of emotion. There was a lot of emotion on Jurgen Klopp's face. And it's sort of like, I look at it and think the way, his emotion in his face, the way he was talking after an interview, in my opinion, he doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave. He just don't think he can do it anymore. So he's in a bit of a position where I think he's torn. And the more this goes on during the season and the emotions keep going up, yeah, I don't think he'll change his mind. I think he's leaving. I just don't think he wants to leave. I don't think he wants to leave. And that's so that's the way I look at it, because he's going to get emotional because Jurgen Klopp is an emotional guy. We play on emotion under Jurgen Klopp because we play through his emotions, and that's why we're so good. But there was just something about him yesterday where you can tell, like, I don't want to leave this club. I don't want anyone else taking my club. It looks like that, but at the same time, he doesn't think he can do it. Also, at the same time, I don't want him changing his mind if he doesn't feel like he can do it, because us as a fan base and the club and all that don't want him to go. I don't think that's fair from us. Do you know what I mean? If the man feels like he wants to leave and he can't do it anymore, but because of his emotions and his love for the club, and we're just like wanting him to stay, and he changes his mind because of that, I don't think that's fair on us, by us, because the man don't want to be here. We're not going to get the best Jurgen Klopp. But I did find it quite. I did find it quite emotional. I think Jurgen looked emotional. He sounded emotional, and I do think in the back of it, in his heart, I think if you really ask Jurgen Klopp, I don't think he wants to leave. But in his head, he knows he has to. So I don't think he'll change his mind because he's a stubborn man. But It's going to be interesting, guys. We're going to play for emotion for the whole. As I said, this is Klopp's farewell tour. It started against Norwich. Klopp's farewell tour started against Norwich, and it will continue to the day he leaves. And Liverpool going to play through high emotions during this whole time, guys. We're going to go through some ups. We might go through some downs, and it's going to be very, very. It's going to be very, very emotional. And big up John. Yeah, as he said, it came out that he was going to leave halfway through last season, but his wife made him stay. I think he was just fine. I think Klopp sort of alluded to that in his interview, didn't he? Where he just found everything so difficult last season. What we got to remember about Jurgen Klopp, yeah. What we got to remember about Jurgen Klopp, the man lost his mum through COVID and never was able to go to her funeral. I believe he couldn't really mourn her, because it was in the middle of COVID. We were playing football. You couldn't travel anywhere around the world. Everything was, airports were shut. Everything was shut. You couldn't travel. And he lost his mum on the other side of the world, and he never got to mourn her. And he's a very, as I keep saying, Klopp's a very emotional man. He's a very emotional person, and we play through his emotions. We play through that man's emotions. That's why Liverpool is so good. That's why I keep saying Liverpool always better when they play with emotion. Some teams aren't better playing with emotion, but Liverpool are better playing with emotion. They always have been. And we play through Jurgen's emotion. And I think the stress and the emotion of everything has just got to Jurgen now. And I really do feel like last season, I said it last season, he seemed lost. Everyone kept having a go at me and all that, but I said last season he don't look right. He looks lost. There's something not right about him. He looks old. This is not the Jurgen I know. I said it last season, and everyone kept slagging me off for it. And he's admitted it himself. He's admitted it himself. He's. We can't ever understand what's going through him because we're not him. But a little bit of me can understand it because I'm quite emotional as well. I'm quite an emotional person. I cry for everything, man. I'm a very emotional person, and if so, I can understand what Jurgen's going through in that part of it, the emotion side of it. He gives his everything. We watched Jurgen on the touchline for 9 years, guys. The man never sits down for a second. He's up and down for 90 minutes in the ears of referees, screaming at the fans, screaming at the players, jumping up and down. He gives 100%. He gives more effort at times on the touchline than the players do on the pitch. So you imagine that for 90 minutes on the touchline. He must be like that behind the scenes as well. Jurgen must be like that behind the scenes constantly with his bravado and emotion and his massive personality where he keeps saying he wants to hug everyone. He wants to love everyone. He has that father figure thing about him. That is tiring. That is so tiring. And if you don't think you can still do that to a level, then yeah, he's got to leave, and he's doing the right thing for him. Jurgen Klopp's doing the right thing for him because he does look old. He does look like he's aged in the last 18 months quite quickly. He does look tired. But as he says, he's got enough in him to take this till the end of the season, try and do something special. And I believe in the man. I really do. The owners have got the biggest job they've ever had since they took over Liverpool, in my opinion. Since they've taken over Liverpool, this is the biggest job the FSG, the owners of Liverpool Football Club, have ever had. Look, when they had to replace Brendan Rodgers, pretty easy thing to replace, who was their first manager? They replaced. Who was their first manager? Was Brendan Rodgers their first manager? I can't remember now. No. Yeah, they employed Brendan Rodgers, didn't they? They sacked Kenny Dalglish and employed Brendan Rodgers, didn't they? I can't remember now. But it's so long ago. Liverpool managers under FSG. managers under FSG. I can't bloody remember for the life of me now. Right. I can't remember. I can't remember. Is there a list? I know they obviously had Brendan Rodgers. Who else is manager? Who else was manager under the FSG? Was Hodgson employed by FSG, or was he employed by Hicks and Hicks and Gillette? Did Hicks and Gillette employ Roy Hodgson? I can't remember. Sure. Mark Lawrenson said Jurgen's almost finished building his house in Mallorca. Did they employ Roy Hodgson? Roy was already there, weren't he? Was Roy already there under Hicks and Gillette? I can't remember. Hang on. When did Roy Hodgson come into Liverpool? Well, I can't remember it. It's been so long. We're so used to Jurgen at the club. Liverpool Football Club has had 4 managers during the ownership of FSG. Roy Hodgson was the manager at the time of FSG's takeover. So Roy Hodgson weren't employed by FSG. Roy Hodgson was the manager at the time of FSG's takeover, and he was replaced by Kenny Dalglish. So Kenny Dalglish was FSG's first real manager, and he gave a big boost to the club. Then Brendan Rodgers took over. Roy Hodgson was the manager at the time FSG's takeover, and he was replaced by Kenny Dalglish, who was appointed as a moral boost. Brendan was the next manager, and he led Liverpool to a second place finish in the 13-14 Premier League season. Jurgen Klopp is the current manager of Liverpool, taking over from Rodgers in 2015. Yeah, so, and then the fourth one will be coming up. So they sacked Roy Hodgson, rightly so, because he was terrible, but he wasn't their appointment. So, and then they employed Brendan Rodgers for 3 seasons. I can understand the appointment of Brendan Rodgers at the time. I think we all did, but and he had a great first season. But as soon as Suarez was sold, Brendan Rodgers got found out a little bit, didn't he? Let's face it right now. As soon as Suarez got sold, and the thing with Brendan Rodgers, what we got to remember the Brendan Rodgers here. This is the weird thing about the Brendan Rodgers era as well. FSG spent money on the Brendan Rodgers era. They spent quite a bit of money on the Brendan Rodgers era. And Brendan Rodgers just wanted players. He just wanted a big squad. Brendan Rodgers always says this. He just wanted a big squad. So he just wanted players. If a player left, he wanted a player to fill that void straight away. So if 4 players left, Brendan had to buy all 4 players to replace each position, where Jurgen's not like that. But Brendan was, and we would just get trash. And this was before Michael Edwards came in. Then they were running under Damien Comolli. Do you ever remember Damien Comolli, who thought he was a great sporting director? And then FSG had a falling out with him when they realised that he's absolute dog turd. Yeah, I remember this. FSG found out he was dog turd. And then FSG decided to make their own transfer committee and employ Michael Edwards, who was who had a job inside Liverpool. They employed him to sporting director, and Ian Dennis and all that, and can't remember the other guy's name. What's the other guy? He's still there now. Begins with S. Shipman? I can't remember. Spearman. Spearman, Dennis, and Michael Edwards are then in charge of transfers, and they put a group together. And that's when the beauty started, guys. That's when it all started, when certain young Michael Edwards got in charge of the transfer committee, sacked Brendan Rodgers off. Do you remember when Liverpool drew to Everton and Brendan Rodgers got sacked during the Everton game? Do you remember when he got sacked in the Everton game? And apparently, the rumours are that Brendan Rodgers was sacked at half time. He already knew he was leaving the club. And it came up after the game. I think the match panel was Omri, Jamie Carragher, and who else was it? Was it Graham Souness? And Omri went on a massive tirade. Do you remember that? Omri went mad. It came up breaking news that Brendan Rodgers had been sacked, and Omri was going mad. And he said, "I don't understand these owners. These owners don't understand Liverpool Football Club. How can you sack Brendan Rodgers? What are you going to do now? I don't understand that. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. They don't understand football. They don't understand Liverpool Football Club." And everyone was like, "Yeah, so it's all right, yeah." And then a week later, they employed Jurgen Klopp. So, um, and they was having secret meetings with Jurgen Klopp. That's what not a lot of people know. They were talking to Jurgen Klopp in secret while Brendan Rodgers was still manager of Liverpool. They were having meetings in New York. I think the former technical director of Liverpool, I can't remember his name now. Is it Ian Ayre? Ian Ayre was having secret meetings with Jurgen Klopp in New York. They were going to FSG's buildings in New York and having secret meetings with with Jurgen, if he'd love to be Liverpool manager. So yeah, it's interesting, man. And then obviously Jurgen Klopp's been manager most of his time. So this is the biggest deal in FSG's history. They have got to get this bang on now. They got rid of Brendan and employed Jurgen. Yeah, beautiful, seamless, beautiful transition. Yeah, right. So they did good there. The problem they've got now is you can't upgrade on Jurgen Klopp. You can't upgrade on Jurgen Klopp. This is the issue. Brendan Rodgers, I can upgrade on Brendan Rodgers. To be fair, there's about 17 other Premier League managers you could have had at the time. You can upgrade on Brendan Rodgers, yeah. How do you upgrade? How do you you can't upgrade on Jurgen Klopp. So what everyone's got to remember is, no matter who they get in, it is going to be a downgrade. I think we can all agree with that, yeah. Because Jurgen Klopp's the elite of the elite. Unless you go and get someone like Pep Guardiola or a Carlo Ancelotti, you're not really upgrading on Jurgen Klopp. So anyone we get is a bit of a downgrade. That's a fair enough comment. And I think we all expect a little bump in the road. Surely none of us, we all have to be a realistic here and have a realistic hat on. That no matter what manager comes in, he's got to be a downgrade on Jurgen Klopp because it's just facts because who Jurgen was, and we're going to have a little bump in the road. I think we all acknowledge that there will be a little bump in the road while the new guy comes in with his new methods, his new training regime, his new coaching staff. There's going to be a little bump there, a little transition. So what I want us to do as a fan base, yeah, is not got to get on everyone's neck. Jurgen's leaving. You got one of the most elite managers in world football, so you can't upgrade on him, yeah. So we all have to be realistic here. You have to be realistic here. And when this new guy comes in, we're going to have patience about us as a fan base. We just are. We're going to have patience for us as a fan base. And we got Russell. We're going to have patience as a fan base and let this just play out. We're going to have to let it play out. As I said, the new guy's going to have his way of playing. His coaching staff are going to be maybe training and coaching the players differently for the 9 years they've had Jurgen and Pep Linders. There's going to be a little transition there. And it might just take a little bump a little bit and then come back up. But what we can't do is just go moaning and slagging off to the whole Liverpool Football Club and, to the owners and all this and the manager and like, this ain't working, get Jurgen back. Give it time because it could work. We just got to understand, guys. We have got to understand here that this man, Jurgen Klopp, ain't just a manager really to Liverpool Football Club. This is the thing. He's not just a manager. He's like a father figure to Liverpool Football Club. And this is the big thing. His personality is infectious. Yeah, that's why all us fans are emotional. Because he's an infectious character. He's a father figure to this football club. Big up Static in the chat. And we're gonna have to be given the new guy, whoever comes in, even if it's Xavi Alonso, who I think should be the man coming in my opinion, because I think if Xavi Alonso comes in, it's an easier transition from Jurgen Klopp to Alonso than it is any other manager. And the reason I say that is because Xavi Alonso knows the club. Xavi Alonso knows what it means to be a winner at Liverpool Football Club. Xavi Alonso also is a winner. Look at his playing career. This man's a winner. He'll have automatic respect from the team, from the players. If it's Xavi Alonso, it'd be a much seamless transition from Klopp to Alonso than it would be any other manager right now. He knows the club. He knows the city. He knows what it means for this club to be winning things. He's a winner. He'll have the automatic. I think. Yeah. I think I've been saying this a few times now. I think personally, Xavi Alonso will have respect from the fan base straight away if he becomes manager after Jurgen Klopp. I think most of this fan base will have Xavi's back straight away because of the standard that he's in. If it's any other manager, I think there'd be some people who'll be like, "Yay!" Say it's Inzaghi. Some of the fan base will be like, "Yeah, I'm back Inzaghi." If it's Simeone, some people will go, "Yay, I'm back Simeone." But then there's a lot of the other fan base that I think will be like, "Nah, I'm not sure about this." But I think with Xavi Alonso, you'll probably get 90% people that support Liverpool Football Club that'll be like, "Yeah, okay, this is the man. This is the way. This is what we should be doing. This is what we should be doing." So, um, I think that's what Liverpool got to do personally, just employ Xavi Alonso. And at the same time, when Liverpool employ Xavi Alonso, the owners have got to give him a bit of money, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, Mitchell. I agree with that comment as well. Alonso would get more time from the fans than most candidates. I agree with that as well. Big up Stack in the chat. As a rival fan, I cannot believe Klopp is leaving. He's definitely a humongous shock. 9 years at Liverpool, that's beyond incredible. We are big up, man. FSG have got to give him. FSG have got if they employ whoever FSG employed to be the next manager after Jurgen Klopp, FSG have got to give him that manager a bit of a chance with the fan base. So what they've got to do is let him have money to spend. They have to. They have to let him come in and have his way. So if whoever the manager is coming in, FSG can't stand in his way. What they got to do, for me, in my point of view, this is what the ownership have got to do. All right, for the new manager to have a chance at our football club, they got to employ him and have full trust in that manager from day one. Yeah, have full trust in that manager from day one. So you go. So John Henry's going to sit down, Mike Gordon, all that, go sit down and go, right, you're manager of Liverpool Football Club. You're taking over this generation's Bill Shankly, because that's what you're doing. You're taking over this generation's Bill Shankly. What we want from you, we want you to be this generation's Bob Paisley. You've taken over the GOAT, but now you're going to become the GOAT. So what we need to do, what we're going to do, we're going to full trust in you 100%. Whatever you want, you're going to get. Whatever your coaching staff want, they're going to get. Whatever training regime you need, you're going to get. Whatever equipment, whatever you need, you're going to get from day one. We have full trust, because if we don't give our full trust in you right now, the fans are going to feel that, the club is going to feel that, and it's not going to work. This is what they need to do. They need to do this straight away. Give them full trust, and they also got to give him money to spend. I don't care how they get the money. I don't care if it's out of their pockets. I don't care if it's out of the club's pockets. I don't care how it is. Just release funds for the new manager to spend. And in that way, the fan base will be looking at it and going, oh, okay, right. Even the most hated FSG fans will be sitting there going, all right, look, I'll give them a chance, because They're giving this new manager some money. He's going out and they're spending. They're giving him full trust. If the FSG do that, in my opinion, then this club can continue to go that way. If the owners don't do that, then we are going to have a bit of a bump and maybe go down a little bit. This is where it's so important. This is, to me, where it's so important. Get the new manager in, give that man full, utter trust in the job that he's going to do and his coaching staff. Release some funds so he can go and get the players he needs to carry on the work that Jurgen Klopp's done. This is the most important thing, in my opinion, what these owners need to do. They have to respect the legacy that Jurgen Klopp has done before. Don't disrespect what Jurgen Klopp has done to this football club. He's built this football club. The stadium is brand new, basically. Brand new training complex. The academy is coming through now. We're playing young guys in the first team. The match day squad now, for me, is probably the best in the Jurgen Klopp era right now. And probably, I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again. I believe Liverpool have the best squad in the Premier League. They might, for depth. Look at all the players we are missing. And look at the players coming in and still doing the job. And players have got to come back. For depth in the Premier League, I think we have the best. I think Man City have the best first 11 in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. But I think Liverpool have the best squad depth in the Premier League right now. And you can't disrespect that. Do not disrespect what Jurgen Klopp has done before. And if you do that, then if you disrespect what Jurgen Klopp's done and you bring a new manager in and you don't give him anything to work with from day one, then I'll want you gone. That's that, you know what I mean? And I don't really care about all this FSG in and out as much people. I sit in the middle. I'm like an independent on this. I sit bang in the middle on FSG. I see good points, I see bad points. But if you don't give this new manager a chance and you disrespect what Jurgen Klopp has done before and just blow everything up and not let this manager have a chance, then you can F off. You can sell this club and go. Yeah? This is massive. And I'm hoping the owners are not thick enough and stupid enough not to realise that. They've got to realise what Jurgen Klopp done was an amazing job. An amazing job. It wasn't a miracle. I hate all this miracle bollocks that people talk. It does my head in. It's not a miracle. He's just a world-class manager doing a world-class job. It's as simple as that. There's no miracle stuff in it. But don't disrespect him. You can do what you did with Jurgen Klopp halfway through the manager's time. Look, you've got to let this. Surely they know they've got to let this manager spend money, because the manager's guy coming in with Jurgen Klopp's team. You know, this is Jurgen Klopp's team. Now, the new manager who comes in, I don't think would look at Jurgen Klopp's team and go, "Well, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you." I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to look at it and go, "Well, I've come to this team and I've got that player, that player, that player, that player. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. Can I just add to it?" That's what I want to do. I just want to add to it. You're telling me I'll get to play with Alisson, Xavi Alonso, I'll get to play with Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Szoboszlai, McAllister. I've got all these boys in my team. Joe Gomez, Robbo, Simica. I've got all these players in my team. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But now I just need some players to add to it. I need a bit of salt, a bit of spice to put on top. Yeah. Give me the money to let me do that. And if they do that, if the owners do that, give the new manager a bit of money to add that bit of seasoning on top of what we've already got, then the new manager can be a success. If they don't do that and they hold this and they stay tight and withdraw and don't give them the money he needs to take over Jurgen Klopp's team, then FSG are parasites and need to go. That's just my opinion on everything. That's my opinion on everything. That's my opinion on everything. And big up Boom Boom. Yeah, Boom Boom. I agree with you. As I say, I'm not this big FSG out guy, but I'm just yeah. You know what I mean. Big up Pimp. I'm doing good, man. And yeah, Penny's doing really well. Thank you very much. Yeah, she's doing really, really good. Right, let's talk about Conor Bradley. We've got a Northern Irishman in the chat in John. Big up, John. Are you doing good? Let's talk about his man. Let's talk about Conor Bradley, who's coming to this Liverpool team. Not put a bloody foot wrong. Not put a foot wrong. Absolutely brilliant. Let me just get his stats up. He has been absolutely fantastic. Chin, you're probably right, man. But that's just my state on everything. You know what I mean? Mix Mitchell, big up, man. That's just my. If they do it, he's going to be good, man. If they do it, then I'm proper happy. If they don't do it, we're in trouble. Can't disrespect a legacy like Jurgen Klopp's, in my opinion. Let me just get Brendan Rodgers. Talk about another Northern Irishman. Let me just get his stats up 1 minute. Where are the players? There we go. Where are they? Oh, I don't want that. Sorry, guys. Let me 1 second. 1 second. For some reason, I can't find it. Oh, there you go. Oh, stop doing this to me, Premier League. Conor Bradley, though, came in. My God, he's done the job. What's he played? 5 games in a row now? Is it 5 games in a row now? I just. He's great, man. I don't know what more there is to say about the guy. He's just doing bits right now. He's fantastic right now. He's in the form of his absolute life. I can't say what is there to say about this guy. Conor Bradley. He's only actually made 1 Premier League appearance so far, but the rest have been cup games. So obviously Trent got injured, and the world wondered what we were going to do without Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know, everyone goes mental. What we're going to do about Trent? What we're going to do about Trent? And Bradley comes in. He's only actually played 1 Premier League game this season. The rest have been cup games and European games. But when he's played this January, he's come in this month, and he's been seamless. He's not put a foot wrong. He's such an attacking fullback as well. I love attacking fullbacks. Some people might not like attacking fullbacks, yeah? Some people are more of like, I like a defensive-minded fullback that sits back and, you know, doesn't really cross the halfway line and has pace and power. I get that. I like attacking fullbacks. I just think in the day and age of football now, it's about attacking. It's about attacking wingers. It's about attacking fullbacks. And I love it, man. Yeah, John's been speaking about Conor Bradley for a long time. I think, you know, John being Northern Irish probably had a lot more, you know, insight and information on him than we did at the time. So big up John as well. You'd be, yeah, you know more than I do, man. I mean, he's your countryman. And yeah, it depends on the style, Scraps, exactly. And the style we play is an attacking kind of style. Also, if Xavi Alonso comes in, the style stays the same. So another reason why I want Xavi coming. But yeah, Conor Bradley, he's been excellent. He's what we got to remember here. When you're a fullback, a young fullback coming into a team, sometimes you don't want to do the wrong things. So you want to impress. So sometimes you will be like more of a defensive minded fullback, throwing your feet in, sliding tackles, shoulder barges, you know, running, you know, defending, blocking, you know, showing the manager, oh, look what I could do for you, look what I could do for you. And what I like about Conor Bradley is like, nah, I'm going to just play my natural game. I'm going to play my natural game and make really like. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to make them forward runs as a fullback all the time, and they're positive runs. He keeps the width. What I will say about him and Trent, yeah, because Trent's got that midfielder thing about him. Trent likes to go narrow and cut inside, even when he was playing right back for years under Jurgen. What Conor Bradley does, he keeps the width. And while there's been no Mo Salah, I think it's been perfect. I think Conor Bradley. This might sound mad, yeah. This might sound mad, but I think Conor Bradley has been the one that sort of replaced Mo Salah since Mo Salah's been away. Now people will go, Jamie, what are you chatting about? That's mental. He's a right back. Mo Salah's a winger. Mo Salah scores goals. What are you chatting about? I'm on about the way we can continue playing without Mo Salah, because Salah keeps a lot of width now for Liverpool. Yeah, that's why Trent, because Trent cuts inside now and he don't overlap. So Mo Salah can keep the width now. Conor Bradley keeps that width down in the right hand side with them forward runs. You know, them forward runs he makes keeps the width for the team. So it keeps the team, pushed up as well. He's making them forward runs, so he's pushing the team up. He's pressing from that right back area. So because he's keeping the width and he's keeping the pitch wide on the right hand side, we're able to keep the ball better in them higher up positions up the pitch in the attacking end. He's been really brave as well. Really brave in his forward runs, and yeah, I think he's done amazing. There's part of me who doesn't think Trent should take his. Part of me thinks Trent should just go in midfield and Conor Bradley should stay at right back till the end of the season. That's what I'm feeling right now. Because my thing is, like, Conor Bradley's done so well that if Trent goes right back again, we might not see Conor Bradley again for the rest of the season, and that would be a shame. And then again, there'll be questions being said like, "What do we do with Conor?" Like, I understand Trent's Trent, yeah. I understand Trent is Trent, but you put someone like a Trent in midfield on that right hand side. You put Conor Bradley as a right back, who's a natural right back, who bombs forward and keeps the width. If you got Conor Bradley, think of it like this, guys. If you got Conor Bradley making them forward runs, then brave forward runs, and keeping the width, because he keeps the width, he doesn't cut inside because he just stays on the wide areas. That means you make the pitch wider. If you make the pitch wider, it means Trent can get into better positions in midfield and get hold of the ball in more free space. That's a benefit to Liverpool. And then you got Mo coming back. I mean, it's interesting, guys. I'd love to know what you think on this. Love to know what you guys think on this. I think I just think we have many options now that we didn't have before in the Jurgen Klopp team. This is why I'm sort of gutted that Jurgen's leaving as well, because for the first time, in my opinion, since Jurgen Klopp has been manager of Liverpool, I don't know if you guys in the chat agree with this. Since Jurgen Klopp's been at Liverpool, I think he has more than one option now how to play. Before, when Jurgen's been here, we really played with one way, one option, and that option won everything. I'm not going to slag it off or anything. I'm not slagging it off. That option won everything. He never really looked to the bench that much. Yeah. Now Klopp looks to the bench a heck of a lot, and we have more options to play. Like Conor Bradley comes in, we can play a different way. So Conor Bradley's playing. The ball goes the play starts from McAllister in the midfield. It's not starting from Trent at right back. It's starting from McAllister in midfield. So we've got different ways of playing. Conor Bradley keeps a width. He's not an inside. He's not coming into inside fullback or anything like that. He's keeping the width. So we're playing wider and more. We've got more options to our game this season under Jurgen Klopp. For me, it's the first time in Jurgen Klopp's tenure at Liverpool that we have multiple options on how to play. And that's the gutting thing about him leaving as well. But look, the young players coming through as well have been excellent this season. Can't fault them. And we all know the standout youngster this season, Gerald Kwanzaa. Now, I don't know what, like this guy, man. This guy, I think he was born in a lab. I think they took a bit of Virgil's hair for DNA. They injected some blood from Matip. and at AXA they had this machine at AXA where they just cloned this new defender in the mould of a Matip and a Virgil. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. I can't answer it. I can't answer it, man. Big up Frank Carlisle in the chat. Go and subscribe to Frank's channel, guys. It's just I don't get him. I don't get Kwanzaa. I don't, playing for Joey Barton last season, yeah, at Bristol Rovers. We all know how mental Joey Barton's gone. And he was apparently listening to Joey Barton team talks last season and had a way to play, So it hasn't affected him, thank God. But he's kind of, I don't have no fear of Jarell Kwanzaa playing. I really don't, guys. I don't know about how you feel. They're actually cloning players and Tom Little's DNA. Poor Tom Little. Big up Tom. He gets so much stick. He's the new Virgil. Been saying that Statman for ages. Reminds me of VVD at Celtic. There is something special about him. James, do you always watch that in LFC bullshit channel? That's I think I know the one you're on about, Victor. I've seen it a couple of times. Yeah, seen it a couple of times. Kwanzaa, man, he looks like a Premier League defender. I've got no worries about him playing. He's so calm on the ball. He's so calm on the ball. He's good on the ball. He never looks distressed. Look, Kwanzaa will make mistakes. We all know this. Kwanzaa will make mistakes because he's a young footballer. He's 20 years old. Mistakes will happen in his game, but special, man. I literally think Kwanzaa might have saved Liverpool like 40 million quid in buying a centre back. And that's what you want from your academy, by the way. This is what you're meant to have from your academy. There's two things you do with your academies, in my opinion. Either your academy is a money farm, where like Chelsea's, where they use their academy to sell off players without selling any of their to make players back. They didn't sell any of their first team squad. They sold academy players, and that's how they made their money back. Same with Manchester City. But if you look at Liverpool are not doing that. Liverpool don't really sell their academy players. So what Liverpool are trying to do is bring their academy players through into the first team, which I like. I think teams should be doing it. We've seen Jarell Kwanzaa this season, Connor Bradley this season, McConnell this season. And by the way, big up McConnell. Had a good game, Misty. Got an assist for Liverpool as well. I think it's his first assist. He had a good game in that midfield. He looked like a little James Milner to me. He looked like a young little James Milner, McConnell. And he's got a bright future. It might not be with Liverpool Football Club, but the kid's got a bright future no matter what he does. So, yeah, these youth players come through. You've got to remember Curtis Jones and Trent Alexander-Arnold came from the youth team. Are now legit first team players. Trent's generational. Curtis Jones is proving everyone wrong. They all come from the academy. We could have, a lot of academy players starting for Liverpool in the future, guys. And that's a good thing. It doesn't mean that the ownership are tight or anything like that. Because if Jarell Kwanzaa can come through and save you 40 million, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. That means, I don't need to spend 40 million on that player in that position now. I can go in another position and spend that 40 million elsewhere. You know what I mean? Connor Bradley might save us a few bob in a couple of years' time, being that backup right back. I will say there's a certain right back we bought 2 seasons ago now who is not ever going to play for Liverpool, in my opinion. Connor Bradley's taking that right back spot now. Connor Bradley, for me, is number 2 right back at Liverpool now. Trent Alexander-Arnold's number 1 right back. Connor Bradley's number 2 right back. I can't remember his name now. What's the geezer's name? Has he gone to Preston or something like that? He ain't getting a kick. Yeah, I doubt he'll play for Liverpool. But yeah, youth team are doing well, man. The youth team are doing well. Let's say Connor Bradley, I think, is number 2 right back. Kwanzaa is definitely one of our back 4. I think if everyone's fit, Kwanzaa's 4th choice. But what a 4th choice centre back to have. Name me a better 4th choice centre back in England. Like literally right now on form. There ain't many. There ain't many better fourth choice centre backs right now in the Premier League than Gerald Kwanzaa if everyone's fit. Because if Matip was never fit, if Matip was never injured, Virgil, Konate, and Matip are your three first choices. Then Kwanzaa's your fourth choice centre back. So if you think of it like that, there ain't many better fourth choice centre backs to come into your team right now on form. Maybe it's better players, but on form, there ain't. Calvin Ramsey, that's it. Big up, guys. Couldn't remember his name for some reason. Yeah, Calvin Ramsey. When he came to the club, I've seen him play a few times at Aberdeen and that, and he looked a player. He reminded me like of a Robbo or something like that, and he looked good on the ball like Trent does. But Conor Bradley's playing games for Liverpool. Conor Bradley's literally playing games for Liverpool, and Conor Bradley went to Bolton last year and was Player of the Year, not just for Bolton. I think he got Player of the Year in the whole league. And Liverpool love this guy, absolutely love this guy, and that just tells me that Conor Bradley's the future for Liverpool at right back. He ain't going nowhere. Man City's full choice centre backs are probably better in my opinion, says Gangan Deep. Yeah, but then the thing with Man City, they haven't got fullbacks, so all their centre backs play fullback areas. So I know what you're saying there. This is the other thing as well. You know, people keep saying like Liverpool need like 3 left backs, 3 right backs, 7 centre backs because of injuries. Yeah. And I keep telling the world, Man City have only got 1 fullback, and that's Kyle Walker. They literally only got 1 fullback. All their other fullbacks are centre backs that can just shift over there. Ake and Akanji can play centre back and fullback. Grovedale at the moment is playing left back, and he's not a left back; he's a centre back. So their centre backs, yes, again, he's probably right there, but with what he's saying. But their centre backs all play fullbacks, so on form at the moment. That's why I said there's better players, but on form right now, yeah. You know, and you've got to think of Kwanzaa's age as well. Kwanzaa's young, man. Kwanzaa's a young guy. You know, he's like 20 years age. I think at 20 years of age. Rico Lewis. Pep Guardiola says Rico Lewis is a midfielder now. Pep Guardiola said that. I was listening to LB. Big up LB, who's a big Man City fan. Go and check LB out. And he was saying as well that Pep Guardiola said that Rico Lewis is a midfielder now. So, yeah, they've literally only got 1 fullback. And that fullback that they got, whoa, if you've seen a certain newspaper this morning, a certain fullback at Man City, oh, Walker, bit of an arsehole. Bit of an arsehole. You know, he's your captain, City. He's your captain. The captain's a bit of an arsehole. Yeah, you might want to take that captaincy off Carl Walker, you know what I'm saying? Dirtbag. Jamie, would you keep Gomez in the side versus Chelsea? All right, hang on. Aaron, I'm going to star that because I'm going to come back to it. Yeah, Sergio Gomez, for some reason, Gang of Deep City don't like him. I don't know why. Big up Subsy, how you doing, mate? Big up, I hope you're well. Just dropping in and say hello. I'm off work today. Not feeling under the weather. Big up, man. I hope you're feeling better soon, man. I hope you're feeling better soon. Good to see you in, my friend. What about Gomez when everyone comes back from injury? Yeah. Have you not seen what? Oh God, hang on. So Lauren Goodman brands Carl Walker a pathological liar and narcissist after he insists they didn't have a. Carl Walker opens up on screaming Lauren Goodman's second baby admission to Annie. Annie Kilner announced she'd split with her husband Carl Walker, who she first met when she was 17, following reports that he fathered their second child with Lauren Goodman. Carl Walker has opened up on the truth of Lauren Goodman's admission to his estranged wife Annie about him fathering a second child to unbeknown to her. Heartbroken Annie, who has been the Man City's ace since he was 17, announced the pair had split earlier this month before reports emerged that he'd fathered a second child with reality star Laura Goodman, his second to the 33-year-old. The defender has been attempting to get his life back on track following the headlines, but the latest identified the England player sat down with emotional interview to apologise, betraying his childhood sweetheart. Scumbag! Scumbag! And also, do you remember Carl Walker's sex parties? Sex parties on lockdown, and no one said anything. He got away with it. He got away with it. But no one was like, yeah, good on you. Yeah, have your sex parties on lockdown. Well done, man. Have a good one. Have one for me as well, right? No one cared. Got away with it. Marcus Rashford goes to a nightclub a night before a game, and everyone's slagging him off. Carl Walker, sex parties. Hey, go for it. Cheating on his wife who's been with all his life, and going with a reality star and having a secret child with her. Yay, go for it. Yeah, the agenda. The agendas. Scumbag. And with Lauren Goodyear as well. Jesus Christ. And if no one knows who she is, she was originally in Towie. The Only Way is Essex when it first started and stuff like I think that's, I mean, Jesus, what are you doing? Oh, sleazeball. Yeah, so that's what Carl Walker did, guys. But don't worry, he'll still be Man City captain. Why would they throw him under the bus, eh? Jesus Christ. You notice no Liverpool players get done for anything. No Liverpool players are ever in the newspaper moaning, had secret affairs. Can you imagine if Virgil came out? Like, oh, I had a secret affair with this woman. We got 4 kids together. I've kept it from my wife for years. She has no idea. I'm telling you all now because I can't live with the guilt anymore. I'll be like, see you later. I don't want you in my team anymore. Bye-bye. Scumbag. It's like, but with Carl Walker, it's like, no, under the carpet. Don't matter. You know, it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah, exactly. The culture set by Klopp. You know, he doesn't like that sort of crap around, and I love it. I love it. We don't have all that crap. But where was I before I started this tirade on Carl Walker? Right, yeah, right. Jamie, would you keep Gomez in the side versus Chelsea and Liverpool and Arsenal? Sorry if you already talked about. No, right. This is very interesting, guys. What would you do? For me, Robbo doesn't get back in this team. Robbo does not get back in this team at all. I'm not having Robbo in this team. I don't know about you guys. I'm not having Robbo back in the team right now. Why would Gomez drop out? Why would you drop Robbo out? did he, Lee? I didn't know that. Even Bobby Firmino posting pics of his Lee, that can't be true, man. Can't be true. Why would Gomez come out, man? Why would Robbo has the whole bench, man. Gomez has not done a foot wrong. He has been excellent this season. For me, when it comes to Player of the Year awards, Gomez is going to be right up there. He's going to be right up there. He can't. Why would you drop it? If you drop Gomez now just to bring Robbo, this is my thing. Right, I've said this about Jurgen for a while now. Yeah, Daniel McBride. We won't ever mention that name. Don't you worry about that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't you worry. To be fair, he was at Sunderland when it happened. We weren't at Man City, weren't he? Was he at Sunderland when it happened? Danny, was he at Sunderland when it happened? I think he was at Sunderland, wasn't he? He weren't at Man City at the time. I can't remember, but yeah, we won't mention that. Don't worry. Gangadeep, I've just seen that. I'll star it, man. I'll star that question. I'll get to it in a minute. It's a good question. It was on Instagram. Bloody hell, Lee. Jesus Christ. Jesus, yeah. He was at Sunderland. Wow. Yeah. That man's yeah. My worry about, because one thing I think I've said about Klopp before is he has got favourites, and I think we know this, yeah. My worry is when everyone comes back from injury, they all go straight back in the team again. That's my only worry. Like Robbo and my against Chelsea, I don't want to see Trent and Robbo at fullbacks straight away together. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? I don't want to see Trent and Robbo playing together straight away in the fullback areas because Conor Bradley's done nothing wrong. But I can understand if Trent comes in for Conor Bradley. I can get that one because Trent was playing well before he got injured anyway. So I understand Trent coming back in. The Robbo one, I don't think Gomez should drop his spot. I think it'd be really harsh for Robbo just to come back from injury and go, right, I'm back now, and just go back into his left back spot because I don't think he's been defensively better than Gomez either. I think Gomez is defensively better than Robbo at this moment in time as well. And in fact, you can argue that Gomez is getting forward better than Robbo at the moment as well and putting in better crosses. So the only thing it'll give you is natural width on the left-hand side. Playing Robbo, the only thing it will give you for me, if you put Robbo at left back and you keep... See, if Robbo goes left back for Chelsea and you keep Conor Bradley at right back, it gives you natural width. Yeah, Robbo will stay on the left-hand side. He won't have to cut inside and use his right foot because he's left-footed. And Conor Bradley will stay on the right. So it gives you natural width. So we'll have the pitch nice and big if you play Conor Bradley and Robbo. Keeps the width, yeah. That's the only thing I can think of if Robbo comes back into the team straight away. But for me, he's been out too long right now. And I don't think Gomez has done anything wrong. I think Gomez has arguably been Liverpool's most consistent defender all season. No matter where he plays. He's played right back, centre back, and left back. Is there many other defenders in the Premier League who can do that? I think like if Ake does left back, centre back. I don't know many defenders in the Premier League that can play in all three positions at a level. You know, he plays both fullback at a level. He plays centre back at a level. He's been so consistent this season, really so consistent that he deserves to keep his place. The respect should be there now that Gomez is left back. That's what Jurgen should be telling Robbo. He should go, look, Robbo, I'm glad you're back, but things have changed, man. Things have changed. Joe Gomez at the moment is my left back. He's not put a foot wrong. Defensively, brilliant. Attackingly, that's not a word. Getting forward, brilliant. Putting crosses in, getting shots off, devastating right now. At the moment, Robbo, he's my left back. You have got to work your way back into this team. Simple as that. Simple as that. The thing is, Robbo's not Trent. This is the difference. Trent, I can understand if he comes back into the team because it's Trent. It's what Trent does on the ball. Yeah. But Robbo, no, for me, Gomez stays in the team. I think Trent comes in against Chelsea, and I think Gomez keeps his place, in my opinion. Yeah. But competition, man, competition for places. It's what you should have in your squad. Got Gomez and Robbo and Tsimikas fighting over left back at the moment. You got Conor Bradley and Trent fighting over right back. You got the centre backs. It's good to have guys. So I keep saying, Liverpool's squad for depth, the best in the league. I've been saying it all season. I think people are just starting to realise, oh, hang on, Liverpool's squad depth is actually the best in the league. You know, City have got the best 11 in the league. I'm not just mentioning that. They've got the best 11 in the league. Arsenal have got a very good 11, but they haven't got the best squads. They haven't got the depth that Liverpool have got. If Arsenal had all the injuries and the players out this month, Arsenal would struggle. Proper struggle. Liverpool like, nah, we can bring this player in, this player in, this player in, this player in, and still keep winning. So yeah, I don't want to hear this squad. That's why I don't say. That's why I hate the underdog tag. I hate the underdog tag. You know, and the squad, the depth in this squad's good, man. The depth in this squad's good. Is it the best squad? That's a totally different subject. I'm talking about depth. I'm talking about depth, and the depth is there in this team. There's no doubt about that. You know, people will come back to me if we lose to Chelsea and Arsenal. Everyone come back to this video and go, "Thought you had best squad." I didn't say best squad. I said depth. Depth is different to best squad. You know. Big up Doug in the chat. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's good. But yeah, we've got Szoboszlai coming back into this team as well, guys. Dominic Szoboszlai comes back into this midfield. Got McAllister. So Jurgen Klopp said McAllister's good. He's just giving him a rest. So he said that after the game. So a lot of people was like, he's not even in the match day squad against Norwich. Is he injured? You know, because Liverpool fans, I've got this PTSD about injuries now. So any time there's not a player pitched in training or he's not in the match day squad, automatically they're like, he's either dead or he's injured. Two things. That's all you ever see. He's either dead or he's injured. Oh my God, what we gotta do? Oh, I can't handle another injury. And like Klopp just said, no, I'm just resting. He'd be perfectly fine. He'd be back for the Chelsea game Wednesday. So it's perfectly good, man. Perfectly good. So Wednesday, McAllister comes back into this midfield. Szoboszlai probably comes back into this midfield, and Curtis Jones to be them. I think on Wednesday the midfield three will go back to being the midfield three that started the season. McAllister at DM, Szoboszlai on the right of him, and Curtis Jones on the left of him. That would be the midfield three versus Chelsea. I fully expect. And it's our best midfield right now. It really is. But yeah, Szoboszlai's back, Trent's back, Robbo's back. Thiago's back in training. I believe Tsimikas is meant to be back in training either next week or 2 weeks' time. And people are going through meltdowns, man. Egypt have been knocked out of the AFCON. So Mo Salah can stay at Liverpool now and just rehab. Mo Salah, I laugh if Mo Salah. Arsenal fans are doing their nut, ain't they? Because they think Mo Salah's going to be back for the Arsenal game. I don't think he will be. I don't think we'll see Mo Salah for 2 weeks yet. But Mo Salah can rehab now at Liverpool, and he'd probably be back in a couple of weeks. Taro Endo will be back in a couple of weeks on international duty. All our injured players are now in training and getting fit. Thiago's in training now. Salah, Trent, Szoboszlai, Robbo, Tsimikas is back in a couple of weeks. Everyone was having meltdowns. We've got to buy a player because injured player is some injured player is injured. So we need to buy a player to replace that injured player. But like I kept telling everyone, what do you do with a player when he comes back from injury? Can't just replace players because they're injured. It's madness to me. You know, it's just the man's fine, man. You know, the man players get injured, guys. And as I told everyone on Twitter when I had these arguments of people on Twitter, oh, we need to buy a player, we need to go in the transfer market this January because so and so's injured. And I'm like, yeah. Does anyone actually listen to what Klopp says, or the people say that he will be back at the end of the month? What's happened? Trent's back before the end of the month. Szoboszlai's back before the end of the month. Robbo's back before the end of the month. Tsimikas will be back in a week or two's time in training. Thiago's in training. Taro Endo will be back in a couple of weeks from international duty, and Mo Salah will be fit in 2 weeks. So then we've got our match day squad back. You know what I mean? It's just, and I've said it for a while now. I've been saying it, and I will continue saying it. Who the hell did Liverpool buy in January? That's why we're not going into a transfer window. I've always said I didn't think we needed anyone in January transfer window. I know people won't agree with me on this and say we need a DM. We don't. McAllister's Liverpool's DM under Jurgen Klopp. Now, next season, it's totally different. You know, he's not going to be here. So the new manager coming in might look at it and go, I want my midfielder. But look, if Xabi Alonso comes in and we played Xabi Alonso's formation, Xavi plays 3 at the back with 2 wing backs, which, by the way, suits Trent Alexander down to the ground playing right wing back. Also, then I'd have Gakpo left wing back, but that's, you know, that's where I play him. And then you have 2 midfielders, and you have Szoboszlai and McAllister as the 2 midfielders, and then you have your forwards. Perfect. That would play, man. That would play. But it's January. No one's buying anyway because everyone's shit scared. Everyone, everyone is absolutely scared to buy anyone this January. You know, all the big teams are like, nah, you're all right. We don't want the Premier League looking at our books. You're good. Cheers. Thanks. That's what it looks like to me. This is the two reasons why no one's buying. It's not a market for anyone to buy this winter. No, not every transfer window in the winter is a market to buy any players. So all the teams are looking at it and thinking, this is not the market to buy anyone. Everyone's too expensive. And the third reason is the Premier League are coming down on teams and no one wants to spend and have their books looked at. So if a team spend money, if Arsenal went and spent 80 to 100 million on Ivan Toney this winter, the Premier would be looking at their books and Arsenal don't want that to happen. Yeah, they don't, we're good. Cheers. We'll wait till the summer. We'll wait till the summer. Don't you worry about it. That's how everyone feels now. That's how everyone feels now. You know, they just don't want. Yeah, they don't want these issues happening around their club right now. So it's a quiet transfer window for that reason. And then, did you see the news today about this Noosa? So Tottenham have been after this Noosa guy. I think his name's Noosa. Nusa is how I pronounce it. Noosa. A lot of people have been after this guy this winter. Apparently, Tottenham tried to buy him, and then Brentford. How Brentford have stole him under the eyes of Tottenham, I have no idea. But apparently, David Ornstein said today that Liverpool are very, very keen on looking at him, but they're now aware that Jurgen Klopp's not going to be manager. He's an attacker, I think, as well, ain't he? This Noosa kid. I believe he's an attacker as well, which it will pee everyone off because I said in January Liverpool go buy anyone, it'd be an attacker. Let me. I did I share it? Yeah. So Liverpool like Antonio Noosa, but can't do anything on it until they have clarity over their new manager and sporting director. That was David Ornstein today. Let me have a look at this guy. 1 minute. I don't know where he plays. He plays. Is it Atalanta he plays for? I don't know much about it. I ain't gonna lie. Where does Antonio Noosa? He plays. Is he a forward? I think he is, ain't he? Let me have a look. Is he a striker? Can't bloody remember. What is he? Is he a defender? I don't know where he plays. Where's transfer market? Where is? Is he an attacker, ain't he? Plays for Club Brugge. That's it. Club Brugge he plays for. He's Norwegian left winger. There you go. He's a Norwegian left winger, right? And Liverpool apparently liked him. David Ornstein said he liked him. And I big up whoever subscribed. And much love to you. Thank you very much. And I said before the January window opens that Liverpool probably buy an attacker. I had this feeling. So Liverpool are obviously looking at an attacker. Tells you everything you know what we're going to do in the summer. Yeah, there's a forward. Big up Jake Ismith in the chat. So Liverpool are looking at attackers. I'm not shocked there. I told everyone this is what Liverpool will be doing. But yeah, Brentford beat Tottenham to that signing. But yeah, Liverpool apparently interested in it at one time, but they've not got no clarity on a new manager and a sporting director yet, which is correct. We shouldn't buy anyone this month when we got the manager leaving and the sporting director leaving. Why would you go and buy a player? That makes no sense. You go and buy a player in that the new manager and sporting director might not want at this football club. You're wasting money. So yeah, you shouldn't be buying anyone this month. Shouldn't be buying anyone this month at all. But yeah, guys, look, we've got a big week ahead. I'm looking forward to it. Chelsea on Wednesday, Arsenal on Sunday. If Liverpool can come out of this with 4 points, then yeah, we're on. We're on for the league. I'm telling you guys, we're on for the league. We can come out of these two games with 4 points at least. You know, Man City got a tricky away game to Brentford as well, I believe. Arsenal have a tricky away game to Nottingham Forest as well. So there's some tricky games for our rivals coming up as well. But man, I'm looking forward to it. So much to talk about, guys. But big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. I'll be back again tomorrow morning with another morning chats program, guys. Every weekday, Monday to Friday. Also, tomorrow evening, I'll be doing a call-in show. So Tuesday night call-in show. That is the day I'm probably going to start doing them on Tuesday. So if you wanted to call into the show and have your say on anything Liverpool, make sure you're here tomorrow night, Tuesday night, for the call-in show. It'll be around 10 o'clock after the games tomorrow. So after the games are finished tomorrow, around 10 p.m., we will be live with a call-in show. And then on Wednesday, there'll be another morning show, a match preview show on Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday night, straight after the final whistle on Liverpool-Chelsea, we'll be going live for a match reaction. So that's your videos for the next couple of days, guys. Good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining me. And God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow morning for another show, guys. And then tomorrow night for a call-in show. Make sure you're hitting that like button on the way out, guys. Hitting that fun button on the way out. Subscribing and sharing. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.